वंडर मैन 2026 का पहला शो मार्वल की तरफ से, अ टीवी शो. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट इट. व्हाट्स गुड इन इट, व्हाट्स बैड इन इट. फॉर मी इट वाज रियली अ सरप्राइज, क्योंकि ना मैंने इसका ट्रेलर देखा था ना इसका टीजर देखा था, सीधा मैंने शुरू कर दिया. आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम दे हैव पुट आउट द होल सीजन एट वंस. आई लाइक दैट. I like that a lot. I'm a content hogger, bhai. I watch and I don't stop. Don't stop, won't stop. Help me. Wonder Man was surprisingly really good. I was really skeptical क्योंकि मेरे हिसाब से लोकी के अलावा एक भी टीवी शो ढंग का नहीं आया है. लोकी इज लाइक द बेस्ट शो ऑफ मार्वल. चलो ठीक है, मार्वल के थोड़े टीवी शोज के बारे में बात करते हैं. I like Moon Knight, just like Tom Hardy. Oscar Isaac has carried the entire show with his performance. This guy has been in a lot of roles, yet he manages to deliver great performances throughout. भाई तुमको मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा कौन से रोल किए. मिस मार्वल का end credit was really creative. The flashback scene of the partition is what really stood out for me in the series. Overall, a really mid show writing wise. WandaVision took a really good creative approach and made it feel like a 80s sitcom. Black and white feel, और उसमें तो एक wasted cameo भी था. बाकी जो बकलावा के नाम पे टट्टी खिलाई है ना हमें. But honestly, I am excited for the upcoming series Vision Quest. Agatha all along was mid, but I had fun while watching it. By not so bad, not so great, just mid. Echo was mid. The trailer made me hope for a lot of things, but series आया तब इतना खास मुझे लगा नहीं. The show failed to use its A rating. The only thing I liked about this series was the fighting sequence where Daredevil shows up. वैसे तो I have forgotten half of the show. She-Hulk was garbage, भाई. It was trash. I'm not even wasting 1 minute on this one. It was straight up garbage. Breaking the fourth wall was okay. I didn't know how can they depend. Oh, you guys might forgive this, but I won't. They made a fool out of our boy Matt, भाई. Matt को क्यों तोड़ा तुमने? Animation series में जरा घुसते हैं. What if was okay. Not a fan of that animation style they went for this one. Season 1 was good. Rest of them was mid. You can watch them. What if है, Eyes of Wakanda है, Marvel Zombies है. Eyes of Wakanda at first felt like it was such an unnecessary addition to the franchisee, but when I watched it, it was short and sweet. They tried to improve the animation style in this one and lean towards Spider-Verse animation style, and I really like that. All episodes were about the great warriors of Wakanda through different times. It was a fun watch. Marvel Zombies again had the same what if kind of animation style. Again, not a fan of that style, but the story was actually interesting to see. You know, like you see all your superheroes in their super zombified versions. I found that really cool. Captain Marvel and Icarus from Eternals fighting in the clouds was such a great moment for me. We finally got to see Blade after a long haul. The animation specifically around his action was really well done, and the crazy insane idea of Khonshu merging with Blade and becoming an ultimate killing machine, oh my god, I really love that. And in this one Namor was really cool. He was actually terrifying. मजा आ गया वो देख के. Overall it was not that bad. It's watchable. Then there is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. ये animation style भी ठीक ही लगा मुझे. I'm still here and there about the animation style. अब हमने हमारे जमाने में भी animation style देखे थे स्पाइडरमैन के. स्टोरी भी काफी इंटरेस्टिंग था. मेरे को ना कोई भी चीज में स्पाइडी मिला के दे दो, मैं खुशी देख लूंगा भाई. मेरा तो ये है, थोड़ा बायस्ड है स्पाइडी को लेके. अपना बचपन याद आ गया. W Spider-Man animated series, मजा आ गया. Pretty fun. Same Spidey origin story told differently in different universe. Pretty fun watch. Secret Invasion was the shittiest shit I've ever seen. They did Emilia Clarke so bad भाई. अरे भाई इसमें तो स्क्रल्स भी थे. स्क्रल्स को बहुत अच्छे से स्टोरी और नैरेटिव बिल्ड कर सकते थे, पर नहीं, हमें तो टट्टी बनानी है. The opening title got backlash because of its being AI. I'm for it. I also hated the opening title as much as the show itself. Ironheart was so bad that nobody talks about it except Mephisto's appearance. The show sucked. Riri Williams is just an arrogant teenager who is supposed to be the super smart, super intelligent character, but in the show, it's the opposite. She's dumber than an average teenager. She makes all the bad decisions there can be made, and then the ultimate bad decision, shaking hands with Mephisto. Okay, I don't get it, bro. Don't watch it. It's just bad. After a bunch of rewrites, reshoots, and director changes, and lot of entanglements later, Daredevil got a revival last year. But ultimately, it was just good. but nothing out of ordinary, bhai. Nothing out of ordinary. The season starts really good. Sets up actually a really good and powerful villain, Muse. और अपने फिस्ट भाई तो मेयर बन चुके हैं. Going back to the Muse, in the end, the final fight with Muse, the fight was just lukewarm, bhai. The fight was so bad. KLPD दे दिया था ये शो मुझे थोड़ा थोड़ा. देखते इसका नया शो का ट्रेलर आ गया है. अच्छा लग रहा है, प्रॉमिसिंग लग रहा है. ब्लैक सूट आ गया है उसमें, पर लेट्स सी. ट्रेलर से तो पता नहीं लगा सकते ना. शो देखेंगे, मजा आएगा. सीजन 1 वाज गुड बट नो वे नियर द ओजी डेयरडेविल शो. भाई वो देखो भाई, अगर नहीं देखा तो. दैट वाज परफेक्ट. And then in June 2026, without creating a lot of buzz around it, Wonder Man drops. And that is the way it sweeps all of the mediocre Marvel shows and finally gives us a really good TV show worth watching. The irony here is how the show doesn't feel like Marvel formulaic slop. It is a fresh story of Simon Williams as Wonder Man. मैं सही बोल रहा हूँ भाई, शो बहुत अच्छा है भाई. शो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. Anyone who has ever been following and watching Marvel, they will have certain things that they will expect. The show surprises us with a twist. There is just 1% of superpower factor in it, and it is so fresh to see in a Marvel show. It completely relies on actors' performances, a grounded and nicely written story. It gives hope, empathy, and laughs. On top of that, Ben Kingsley, bhai. Ben Kingsley is so good in this show. He is just himself. Fun, chaotic, dramatic, emotional, and sometimes a really good motivator. Chemistry between Simon and Trevor is just natural and wonderful. And instead of fighting a multiversal threat or a big villain, they chose to focus more on the character arcs. This show is more about dealing with your inner demons, grounded conflicts. This show is trying to be out of genre. This is such a fresh take on superhero shows. It almost never shows what's Wonder Man's real power. Trevor Slattery, a character who had played the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, is given proper arc. Trevor's arc is explored a lot in the show. His backstory and why he wanted to be an actor. For me, the character was wholesome भाई and lovable. मजा आ गया भाई. बंदा बहुत बढ़िया है. Ben Kingsley भाई, क्या बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस दियो आप. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Yahya Abdul Mateen too has acted so well, and he has just naturally carried the persona of a guy who is in love with acting. Having few family problems, there are actually a lot of aspects which makes him relatable to the audience. I was genuinely surprised by how much impact it had on me by a show which was so mundane bhai. Maza aa gaya. Marvel always said they are trying to be different since a long time, but this time they are actually doing something really unique. देखो movies तो अच्छा बनाने लग गए. Fantastic Four अच्छा लगा मुझे, Thunderbolt भी अच्छा लगा था. This time actually Marvel is not saying, it's also showing that it can do great shows. I'm really excited for the future. I'm all for it. So that's it for the review. You can watch Wonder Man on Disney Hotstar. मजा आ गया भाई, मजा आ गया. जाओ देख के आओ. सब्सक्राइब मारो और लाइक मारो फटाफट जाने से पहले.